Greetings, my people. This is your person Freedom Temple CYK Biafra. Christmas is fast approaching. For many of you are planning to visit your people in wherever place they are. I pray for you people. I pray that the Almighty Chukwuka Abiyama shall be with you as you go. He shall be with you as you come. I pray to you, our forefathers shall lead you as you are going, and they shall lead you as you are coming back. The spirit guarding the road shall obey you. The spirit guarding the sea shall obey you. The motor, whatever means that you're using or as transportation to your destination, shall obey you. You shall go in peace and come back in peace. Any man, any woman, any boy, any girl that are planning any evil against you, that are having any evil intention against you, all of them shall go before you. He say. Mbosi eke, yamalage mbosi oye, yamalage mbosi afo, yamalage mbosi mpo, yamalage mma. Ega di ke echi na echi anara agwa, we will be like because tomorrow has no end. Obole mi ansi, iye eje, iye ana. Onye si ma obole o mere gini. Oji fe nwata wenya ki enu waka lobi o wetu enya. Emejo kwa na mmadu ma mmadu emejo na one more emejo na mmadu, one more emejo na mmadu, one mmadu emejo na one more. Eji kwa na nko keke, mo keke eji na nkegi. Eji kwa na nko kafo, mo kafo eji na nkegi. Mo kafo sino ye eji na nkegi. Aka kware ya. Mwene okwu na asio iye eje, iye na you will go and you come back in peace, not in pieces. Whoever man, whoever woman, whoever boy, whoever girl that you decide to help or to give anything out of willingness, and he or she plan anything contrary to your wish and your will, which is of good, except you gave that person anything of evil, that evil shall return back to you in 7 times 7 folds. But if it is of good will that you give anything, whatever thing you give to anybody, if him or she plan any evil against you with that thing which you gave out of your free will, your hard aim sufferness, in 7 times 7 fold shall that evil befall him or her. He say. I pray for you for this season. This end of the year shall never be the end of you, neither your household. You shall go in peace and you shall come back in peace, wherever your destinations. So I declare, and so shall it be. In the mighty name of Chukwuka Abiyama, I decree. He say. Concerning our brother Abaribe, Chukwuka will continue to guide and protect you. He that is afraid of his life loses it. But he that is not afraid and don't care of his life gains it. Those of you who go to church, you know where it is in the Bible. You read it, you understand better. Abaribe, you that you keep on speaking up the truth shall continue to follow you. Iya na eje, iya na ana, mbosi eke, ogadele na mma, mbosi oyo, ogadele na mma, mbosi afo ya adele na mma, mbosi nkwo ya adele na mma. Dekwala ife na-ejeli gozi mma. Etu aka nsi wee kwu. Site n'ike Chukwuka Abiyama. Ise. Ụmụnne gị na-anụ ọgụ ka o wee dịle gị na mma, dịle ụmụnne gị na mma, dịle onye enu, dịle onye na mma. Iwe si mba na ihe eso ha wee tinye aka na ya bụ ive. But no, ị nọ na-anọ ya leka ụmụ nwaanyị, na-asịrị, na-esuyali imi. Ọkụ ya agba gị na-abịa. Ana ọ ya agba gị karịa ndị andaizi ndị agbagolo agba mbụ. Watch these videos. You that you don't know, you that you don't understand Igbo, please pardon my manners. I'm talking to my people. I talk them in the language. I talk to them in the language which they will understand. So pardon my manners. The little one you could understand, the little one you are able to understand, accept it. It is a blessing to you. Watch these videos.
And the continued challenges being posed by these people. The Southeast governors met yesterday and resolved as follows. All activities of IPOB are hereby proscribed. What that means is that all activities, that means you cannot gather for a meeting, anything under the name of IPOB. More so, the federal government, I think 2 days ago, has now classified, just like they did for Boko Haram, they've now classified IPOB as a terrorist organization. Again, that has a big influence. When you are called a terrorist, it goes with the stigma. What that means is that if you are arrested, they can keep you in detention for 100 days, 200 days, 1 year, nobody will talk about you. So you lost it.
Group, this time coming from the former governor of Abia State, where the tensions stemmed. Mr. Kalu has condemned the activities of the group, which he says were only being used by politicians for political reasons. He says the fight by IPOB for Biafra is not sincere and has asked the federal government to consider the 2014 confab to help douse the tension across the land.
When you go to a place, somebody shows army uniform. Somebody say he has Biafra intelligence agency. Somebody tell you he has Biafran army. Do you need to bring police? You don't need to bring police, for God's sake. You need to roll out the army because he has challenged the sovereignty of our nation. And that is what he is. I don't know why people are shouting all over. I'm in Abia. I have seen mostly all the security chiefs. I've gone around Aba. I've gone around to see things by myself that the governors are trying to rally around now. They were, let me be honest with you, some of politicians were playing politics with it. They are thinking these boys will help them to win the election. It's impossible. It's not our law. It's not our way. Election must be democratically done. These boys are not capable of holding anybody to ransom because they are not sincere. What fight for Biafra is not a sincere fight, it's destruction. If it's sincere, it will succeed. If it's not sincere, it's gone to the dustbin because it's not sincere. What is sincere is that we must come back to see how Igbos, everywhere we are, we must get equity. Restructure is the only way that we can go. Country must restructure. Socially, restructuring does not mean divide the country. Restructuring means put things in order. We have gone past going to Abuja every month to share money. We are now thinking, how do we going to live together as a country? We should go back to the conference resolutions. Let's start with that because that was constituted fairly. Let us go back. I'm pleading with the federal government, with everybody, to go back with the 2014 constitutional confab reformed the report. Let us implement it. Once implement it, and they should know that the Southeast should have one more state to be able to balance. We know that all this whoosh and every cry about marginalization, we start addressing it.
So you have two sets of people in the Southeast now. Those who want to, let's continue talking, let's see how we can resolve this issue. And then those who say, no, we're already down and out. What else does it take? Let us all die. And the federal government just turns a blind eye. And I continue to say, and I have sat on the floor of the Senate and I've said it, why has this federal government not ever opened their mouth to say that the herdsmen are terrorists? Why? Why would this federal government not ever agree that all those people who are carrying AK-47s are killing people are terrorists? Yet, it was so easy to quickly go to court to get an injunction and declare IPOB terrorists. That means that in the mindset of those who are running this country today, they see some people as their enemies. They have not come out of the Civil War. 50-something years later, they are still fighting the civil war.
It's a thing that concerns all of us. And Nigerians must understand that illiteracy in the north has direct negative impact in other parts of this country. So matter of education concerns all of us. I wish there could be a general bill that says to everybody, listen, we do not have enough schools and tertiary institutions in Nigeria. Let's create as many as possible that can help to remove this illiteracy in these countries. My worry is that if we do not take this urgency of now, which this ugly illiterate condition points us from the north, one day as we exit, we might be having people, senators from the north, who will not communicate in English language.
What happened today is the height of Buhari's recklessness, the height of his government recklessness. This has had a pattern over the years, which is to hell with the courts, to hell with human rights, to hell with rule of law. How do you have a president that is elected through a constitutional process? A court gives a judgment. The DSS constitute another panel to review whether the judge was right in giving that judgment. Listen carefully. This is the height of madness. It is the height of madness for a court of competent jurisdiction to give a judgment, and an organ of a government constituted by the law decides to set up a panel to review it, because Nigerian people have become cowards and weak people. That is why the people who are doing this keep doing it every day. You think it's about the boy or the young man Kosowere? No. This is a pattern that has been going on in the last 4 years. They are taking down every institution of government one by one. They took down the parliament, they took down the judiciary. Now they don't want people to have human rights. They have anti-social media bill and all sorts of things, all aimed at ensuring that they institute full-blown dictatorship. And it's important I say this. I don't want to believe the rumor that the NSC have been compromised, that the NBA have been compromised. Because I keep asking this question. What is the NSC saying? What is the Nigerian Bar Association? They have taken this rascality into your place of business, into the temple of justice. The NBA leadership have not done anything. And that is why the opposition is saying clearly and calling on the NBA. The only demand one from NBA is total shutdown of the court. If the NBA still have boss, if there are still lawyers in NBA, what the NBA should do to the Nigerian people is what was done in Pakistan. Is to shut down the court, to tell the emperor that never again we will tolerate that. It is because you allow him to continue this reign of impunity that he keeps advancing his frontiers. The law courts must be shut, and judges must can too. You saw the judge running helter-skelter with gun flying up in the courts, people pulling up their weapons. What kind of country is that? We must adopt the Pakistani option, which is when the Pakistani people, the judges can too, including the lawyers, they forced President Musharraf to back down from his impunity. It's important that the civil society organizations, the NBA, the Nigerian Labour Congress, the TUC, the NAS, the Youth Council, if they are still existing, this is the time to save our democracy. It is very important. The things that led to the collapse of democracy in 1984 wars have happened right now. And we do not want a collapse of our constitutional governance. And that is why we are asking that these organizations must stand up in defense of our constitutional governance. And let me say this to President Muhammad Buhari, because this is all happening with his approval, in the sense that this keeps happening without him doing anything. What the DSS officer did inside the temple of justice is an act of treason. All of them are supposed to have been arrested. In China, they are supposed to face a firing squad for what they did today. This is not the first time. This thing was done when Saraki was sitting president, when they barricaded the institution of the parliament, and we kept quiet. And this has continued. Now you want to capture all organs of government, be it parliament, be it judiciary, be it even the public space. And that is why I want to send this message loud and clear to President Muhammad Buhari. Learn from history. Nkurunziza of Burundi tried this, he did not succeed with his secret service. Mugabe tried this, he did not succeed with his secret service. Blaise Compaoré of Burkina Faso tried this, he did not succeed with his secret service. Pinochet of Chile tried this, he did not succeed. Idi Amin tried it, he did not succeed. Even one of the greatest dictators like Nebuchadnezzar, he did not succeed. So learn from history. There is no way you can suppress the right of Nigerians. You can kill one till others will rise. It's impossible. That is why, instead of working on this part that is destructive, because the people who are writing this script of Nkurunziza and Burundi and Mugabe should know that this script will consume all of us. It will just end up bringing down democracy. And that is what we don't want to happen to our democracy. That is why we are asking for the judges to turn to. If Nigerian judges still have balls, if they still have balls, if they are still on the side of the people, what are you sitting and doing at the Federal High Court and Supreme Court? When your orders are useless, they cannot be obeyed. The DSS doesn't obey your order. They even come into your court and start beating people up. And you are still sitting tomorrow to give what judgment? So if the judges still have balls, it is time to turn to like people did in Pakistan. If the NBA, if the lawyers still have balls in between their legs, of the country, and so therefore he must confine himself within the ambit of the law. The DSS is an organ working directly under him, and whatever they did today have the input of the presidency. And if there are no consequences for today's sensible action, I can bet you that the worst things are going to happen. And the only way to save our country from what is going on is both for the media, the civil society, everybody to come together to say enough is enough.
The United States is watching, and the world is watching. I fear that the blatant harassment of Mr. Soare and activists and journalists whose only crime appears to be exercising his right to free expression is becoming symptomatic of increasingly closing political and civic space in Nigeria. The Nigerian court had twice ordered his release on bail, and the state security agencies openly defied the court order each time, leading me to conclude either that Nigeria no longer respects the rule of law, or President Buhari is woefully out of touch with what agents of his government are doing in his name. This is unacceptable in a country that calls itself a democracy. Please join us. I'm sorry we have time constraints, so we started, but this is Mrs. Opayemi Soare. The court had twice ordered his release on bail, and the state security openly defied the court order each time, leading me to conclude that Nigeria is no longer respecting the rule of law, or President Buhari is woefully out of touch with what agents of his government are doing in his name. This is unacceptable in a country that calls itself a democracy. Freedom of the press is a fundamental pillar of democracy and an indispensable check on government overreach. Journalists who risk their lives to expose the truth should be celebrated, not incarcerated. Over 200 years ago, our founding fathers had the foresight to recognize the importance of a free press to a fledgling democracy, enshrining it in our First Amendment. Today, that importance cannot be overstated. It is unacceptable to treat the husband and father of a U.S. citizen with such blatant cruelty. So we stand here with a family who is devastated by the uncertainty that these actions have caused. Today, my office contacted our ambassador in Nigeria in an effort to obtain answers about what actions the United States is taking on the Soare family's behalf. In the next several days, I'll continue to engage with the State Department in Washington to ascertain the impact that the rearrest of Mr. Soare and the detention of other activists and journalists will have on our relationship with Nigeria. My hope is that the bilateral relationship we have with Nigeria will be reassessed in light of these events. Mr. Soare needs to be free, and he needs to be free now. The rule of law must be observed, and that means he should be liberated. With that, I invite Mrs. Soare to say a few remarks.
Thank you. After over 125 days of my husband being in detention illegally, he was finally set free yesterday. He got to speak to myself and the children. For the first time, they got to see his eyes when they spoke to him, when we FaceTimed with him. I haven't told them yet that he was rearrested. I am truly shaken to my core at what I witnessed this morning. I was woken up at 4 a.m. to see what I can only call truly outrageous and a gross disregard for the rule of law. My husband was strangled and forcefully removed from the courtroom. The judge had to run and hide for her own safety. How do I tell my children who, after 125 days, have for the very first time spoken to their dad and seen his face, that he is again in detention and he may not be coming home for Christmas? How do they understand this, and where do they go from here? How do they understand this? My 10-year-old has on his Christmas list, one of the things he wants is for his dad to be home for Christmas. Christmas is only a few days away. What do I tell him when I leave here and get home?
Mr. Suare only seems to be having any difficulties because he's a journalist, actively pursuing the right as a journalist, speaking freely about what's happening in Nigeria. He is an activist and publisher of a U.S.-based Sahara Reporters newspaper, and we're going to continue to press until he's not only released, but he ultimately has the opportunity to leave Nigeria and be reunited with his family. We're happy to answer a couple of questions.
So my people, this video that I played for you was not my reason of coming here. My reason of coming here was the starting. I came here to pray for you concerning your journey on this festival period. You will be like tomorrow because tomorrow has no end. You will go and you will come in peace, not in pieces. When I spoke this prayer, I want to pray it in my language. And my boku, people want my boku. Namba. Ba alone woman na wata kambo na afọ ka nasa. We na ekwu be na asio. Mbosi eke, oya adile gi na mma. Mbosi oya oya adile gi na mma. Mbosi afọ, oya adile gi na mma. We na akpoku na asio nna mva. Nna m Jona, nna m Izegbu, nna m Nwankwọ, nna m akpoku nna ncha niile ebe ọbụla unu nọ. Bịa na ụmụ na akpọrọkọ. Ụmụ na akwụkwọ anan. Ma duenu vaka ha jeje, duenu vaka ha na ndị ekene na ndị mmụọ, ndị mmiri ndị ana m akpọku na ncha niile wee na-asụ unu, duenu vaka ha na-eje, duenu vaka ha na Chukwu ka bịa ma nekwa ụmụ gị, duenu vaka ha na-eje, duenu vaka ha na ọ ya adịlịva na mma. Onye ha chetakwa ha na mma. Onye va cheta na mma ya chetakwa ha na mma. Onye ha cheta na njọ ịmanifesti enu njọ sobekwe wene webụrụ m ya wee na-asị ihe eje ihe ana ife ọma ka ọnwa na-agwụ ihe esi wee gwu mana ihe afọ ọnwa nke na-abịa abịa ma sokwali ya afụkwa ife dị n'ime ife ọma ya wụ nke gị bụ onye na-akwado Biafra ana m ayọ gị jikwa kịta wee bido ọka akwụkwọ ụtụtụ jiri ụtụtụ wee chiwe ewu ojii maka chi ojiji gị bụ onye nọ na ya ana m agwa gị ana m akwado gị na-asịkwa gị jisi ike nwa mgbe nta na ife anaghị na ha asọ because onwere ife ọbụla dị mma na abịa easy. Nothing good comes easy. You that you are supporting Biafra, you that are fighting for the freedom of your people, I commend you. Continue. IPOB worldwide. And all you, the freedom lovers, the people who has good heart, I pray for you, for wisdom, for more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from the Most High. Let the blessing from the Most High continue to be your portion by day, by night. This is my prayer for each and every one of you. In this festival period, you shall go in peace to wherever destination that you wish, and you shall come back in peace. You shall see the end of this year, not this year seeing your end. You shall see the beginning of new year and see also the end and whatever good that is inside, and not the year seeing your end. This is my prayer for you, and this is why I have come. Permit me to put on my cap. So I'm still your person, Freedom Temple CYK Biafra. We shall continue. Thanks for your time. Thank you for watching. Remain blessed.